some attitudes into the screen, and then you and I'll just talk.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Colin Jenkins from Canada.
And one more.
All right.
Hi, I'm Colin Jenkins from Canada.
You're the day before the Ishigaki World Cup race with Colin Jenkins. Colin, talk just a little bit about the progression. You've come from a background where a swimmer as a young guy, but triathlon certainly has become the main staple of your focus.
Yeah, well, I grew up competitive swimming, and I got into the sport by an old pro, 6min21sec from Canada. He got me into the sport, and as I progressed from the Kids of Steel series in Ontario all the way through the junior elite ranks up into the senior ranks, it's been quite the journey. It's something that I would, sometimes you think, what would happen if I did this or that, and I've never ever regretted doing this, and I'm so glad how much I've progressed and that I'm actually able to do this. What I do, travel the world, race at the World Cup level, so it's really good.
I have a chance to be back in Hamilton on a pretty regular basis, probably more often than you have in the last couple of years. Do you appreciate that you have still a big following back there, some people who are following you on the internet and looking at your results and watching your progression?
Well, it's really unreal how much support I do get from the local people in Hamilton. I always get emails from various people, my mom's friends. My mom always keeps everyone in touch with everyone. They follow on my blog, and I always get emails of support and how's it going, and even get sometimes some financial support from local businesses in Hamilton that have been following my progression since I was a junior. So without all that support and encouragement, it would be a lot harder than it is right now. But that's what keeps me going, and it really does help. I really like it.
Different athletes use their physical strengths in different ways, and obviously as a strong man, you've been able to lead out on a large number of races in the last couple of years. Talk about the increased confidence as you're realizing that you can start to dictate a little bit of how the races are unfolding.
Yeah, my first World Cup was in Edmonton back in 2005, and from that, looking back on that first race, I've learned so much, and it's funny. Every single race, you actually do learn something different about yourself and from the way you race. And yeah, this year especially, the first couple of races, my confidence has improved quite a bit, and I think it does show. I don't think I've actually gotten much better swimming or biking, but I've found me being able to swim at the front, I'm able to do it, so I do it more often, and I push the bike more often, and I'm seeing that I am actually changing the way the races are a bit, and it's exciting, and I just want to keep doing it more and more.
Talk about the incredibly unique situation of being able to train with the Olympic Games gold medalist Simon Whitfield from 2000, and he's been a great mentor to many of the Canadians over the last 5 or 6 years, and you've been one of the big benefactors of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Simon was one of the main reasons why I moved out to Victoria. He encouraged me to come out. He back at the end of 2005 or at the beginning of 2005, he said, you should have been here a year ago. If you're really serious about going to the Olympics in 2008, you have to come out here like yesterday. So basically, I finished school up at the end of 2005 and moved right over to Victoria, and ever since then, I haven't regretted it one bit. I've been coached under Joel Filio since then, and the improvements I've had and what I've learned is tremendous, and it's probably the best decision I've made.
You've talked about the O word, the Olympics. It's 3 months away at this point. Talk about your first impressions and memories of the Olympics, because obviously most athletes, at some point, if you're an amateur athlete in swimming and track and field and cycling, the Olympics do come on your radar screen.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember when I was a little kid, I was watching the Olympics with my mom, the swimming, because when I was a competitive swimmer, we were most interested in swimming. And Mark Tewksbury won the gold medal for the 100 backstroke, and I remember my mom, I'm pretty sure she was actually crying when the national anthem was going on, and I'm thinking, wow, this is something really special, and it's something like the whole country joins together and watches, and it's such a big deal, and it's something that I've always wanted to do ever since I started sport, and having the opportunity this year to actually be possibly chosen to the team and make the team, it's a dream come true, and I just hopefully that it just does pan out for me in the end.
If you take a look, the World Champs are in your home country in June. How much of a benefit is that for the Canadian athletes to be able to race in front of a huge crowd? We saw the Germans rise to the occasion last year in Hamburg.
Well, everyone knows that the home crowd is a huge advantage, and us having only a 90-minute ferry ride over, it's close. We train in that same weather all the time. I think everything about that is an advantage for a Canadian. We know the local food. We know everything about the area. I think that the Canadians are going to do really, really well, and they're going to turn some heads this year, definitely, because the crowd support, the encouragement, everything that we do get, you can see from the Germans, it's exponential. So definitely, I'm really excited to race on home turf this year.
This Isagaki course, a little stronger man's course than most people anticipate. Talk about how that bridge could become a factor by the time you're coming over it the 6th or 7th time.
Well, definitely. You see in the past years, the breakaways have always come out on this course, and it's going to take a toll on every athlete, no matter how strong you are. And hopefully this does pan out to my advantage, and I think it will. And I'm looking forward to a good race this weekend. 20
meters left in the swim on Sunday, and you're next to Simon Whitfield. Who's going to be the first man out of the water for the swim cream?
Me. I wouldn't give it to him, no way.
Good luck on the World Cup race here and your goals of being in Beijing.
Thank you, Barrie. Thanks.
Good job.